So today I will begin where Imam takes our attention towards the skin of animals. Just consider the mercifulness of Almighty Allah towards these animals in giving their bodies a covering with different kinds of hairs to protect them against different kinds of environmental hardship. So these different kinds of skin serves as clothing for animals, and their hoofs and padded feet as footwear. They cannot spin or weave, and so their clothing is made part of their bodily build to serve them all through life without renovating and changing. Man, however, possess hands and skills to weave clothes and spin thread. So he makes clothes from time to time and changes it. It has many advantages to man. He is kept busy with manufacturing his clothes and is thereby served from harmful activities and idleness. He can make various kinds of dresses for the pleasure he gets in their change by the way of ostentation. He prepares these clothes by way of fine industry and laborers and traders. Thereby their livelihood and livelihood of their families is served. Next, Imam tells to see how man has learned from these animals. The first exemplification is in the story of Habil and Qabil. He saw the two crows fighting, one killing the other and then burying its dead body. Then Qabil learned to dig and conceal his brother's Habil's corpse. That was undertaken under the guidance of Almighty Allah. These animals were given the instinct to save man from the affliction of those troubles and epidemics which would have followed otherwise. Then Imam talks about ants. Imam says, like, look at the jaws of these little ants. Do you find any deficiency therein affecting its benefit? Where has this propriety and measure came from? Surely the same ingenuity and design has gone into building all creations, whether big or small. Just see like how the ants work together to gather food for themselves. The ants, in fact, bring in effort and activity which man cannot do. They break the grain into pieces so that like they should not sprout and becomes useless for their purpose. In case like grain get moist, they spread them to get dry. The ants burrow their holes at an elevated place away from danger of flooding. So all these activities, again, however, are without the intervention of reason, purely instinctive, and by the kindness of Almighty Allah. Then Imam talks about spider. The ordinary spider weaves its web and uses it as a trap for catching flies. It sits hidden within it. As soon as fly is trapped, it pounces upon it, cut it into pieces, and leaves on it like this. So many other weak animals like a spider and others also build traps and traps their prey like this for hunting. Just see how this weak insect has been gifted with the instinct to catch its prey, which man cannot do without using artifice and implements. Then Imam talks about hens and other birds. They lay eggs rather than giving birth to young ones, so that they may not have any burden to bear when they fly. Look at the composition of egg and the white and the yellow matter inside it. One part is for chick composition, while the other is to serve it as its nourishment till such a time as it leaves the egg. Just see how the ingenuity and ingenuity underlying it, as the construction of chick was to be carried on safely within the shell without allowing any exterior disturbances. Its nourishment was provided within it, which is sufficient till it gets out. Also, look at the hen and see like how anxious they are to lay eggs and to bring forth the chicks. They clucks, they expand their feathers, they give up nourishment. They literally give up nourishment unless unless it is given eggs to sit on and to bring forth the chicks. Why does it take all that trouble, although like it has no faculty of reasoning, nor it has any expectation which man entertains about their young ones, like honors, survival of name or inheritance. ये सब चीजें जानवर में नहीं होती है, फिर भी जो उसकी जुस्तजू होती है अपनी नस्ल को सेव करने के लिए. So this is an activity which demonstrates that it is a special benefit to its chick under a special order of the Almighty Allah, which bird itself cannot know nor reason out. And what is that benefit? It is arrangement for survival of race. It is so that it is so to preserve the race. Had it not been instinctively ordained, who could have made it necessary for these birds for the preservation of race, when it has no intellectual or reasoning faculty, nor any expectation from their young ones like us men's. So I will end here. Inshallah, I will continue. यहाँ पे humans or animal का जो chapter था वो complete हुआ, 2 chapters. Third one is about environment. Inshallah, I will continue from there next week.